begins to do it.
Nah, he shouldn't worry about backing him up. He should spin him. He's good at spinning and changing angles, especially when he's in close.
Well, he gets Guerrero to at least back off there. Guerrero with a quick combination. Guerrero gets clipped with a right hand again. Diaz has found it home with that right hand.
And suddenly, Nick, this is beginning to resemble the first fight. After the beginning of this fight didn't resemble the first fight at all.
They both walked into shots there. We've got 3 rounds in the books, and is Guerrero pitching a shutout?
I think so. Each round, I mean, the first round was a 10-7 round. The second and the third, by smaller margins, Guerrero's rounds. The third, you could argue, was for Diaz.
Well, Guerrero's exerted a lot of energy because he's thrown a lot of punches. It looks like he's close to 100 a round. Diaz backs off and then sinks that right to the ribs. Each guy trying to muscle the other in close. Oh, Diaz's chin was right there, it seems. Hands are low, and Guerrero unable to find those openings. It's just those little head feints and stuff that make Diaz so difficult to hit clean.
Guerrero is not a natural infighter. John Bray, his trainer, with excellent advice. Bend your knees more on the inside. His nickname's the Ghost for a reason. You know, he's a hard-to-hit guy, more of a boxer, and he's changing his style for this fight.
Oh, yeah, Steve. He didn't want to be cute at all, as he put it, anymore. Different game plan. Lots of aggression. Diaz with a free shot, and he took it with that right hand as Guerrero did nothing in front of him. So Guerrero back to some single shots now. Now combination as he strings some punches together. Inside a minute to go here in the 4th. Oh, good left cross as Guerrero doesn't follow up with that right hand. Guerrero got hit with a right again and once again. So his left hand very low as he gets hit by counter right hands from Diaz.
A common problem for Guerrero. We've seen it on Showbox. After he's done punching, he drops his hands. That's why they trade shots, because after Guerrero's done, he's open to be hit, and Diaz has taken advantage of it.
Is he staying in the pocket too long? That's where he wants to be as we close out the 4th here in Oakland, California. On July 8th, Showtime Championship Boxing returns to St. Louis, where hometown hero and former undisputed welterweight champion Corey Spinks looks to conquer new horizons when he tries to take the 154-pound title from IBF champ Roman Karmazin. Visit our website at show.com to learn more about the night's fights. Ask boxing-related questions to expert Al Bernstein at askal@show.com. And to help celebrate our 20 years of boxing on Showtime by voting on memorable Showtime boxing moments. This month's category is Best Comeback. The winning moment will be announced on the July 8th Showtime Championship Boxing broadcast. For all this and more, log on to show.com. We go to the 5th. Guerrero in red can't wait to get started. And here comes Diaz. They meet in the middle. Diaz in white, already backing off. You know, the reach is very close. You wouldn't think it sometimes. Guerrero just looks like the taller guy, which he is at 5'10" to 5'8", but the reach almost just an inch difference, so virtually non-existent. Diaz trying to do a little work inside, and Guerrero made him pay on a counter. Here comes Diaz. Some good work.
Well, John Bray in the corner told Guerrero, you're letting Diaz back in the fight. You have to back him up. I think he has a better chance backing him up by keeping a little distance and firing that 1-2. That's what got Diaz in trouble in the first round. When they're on the inside, I don't think Guerrero has much of an advantage.
Yeah, he could control his fight with that power jab and something behind it. But now he's looping that right hand.
Stop. No punching, no punching. Here we go. Break, step back to you. Here we go.
And again, he really hadn't been stuffing that jab too much. He wants to get in close, but he doesn't want to get in behind the jab. Guerrero waiting. Flicking the jab now, and
Diaz isn't giving him anything to work with. He's not giving him much counter opportunity right there on the outside. They're beginning to butt quite a bit.
Clash again, right.
Yeah, Guerrero's cut.
It's an accidental ruled by Raul Caiz, and it, of course, was. Clearly.
We'll see how bad that cut is, Nick. It's over the left eye.
Oh, he got hit right on it with a right hand counter from Diaz. Diaz, clearly not a big puncher, but blood all over the face of Robert Guerrero that resulted in that clash of heads. Guerrero picking his shots, a lot more selective, maybe taking a bit of a breather.
Well, Guerrero said yesterday his game plan was pedal to the metal. How much fuel has he burnt? That's the question.
Absolutely. So Raul Caiz, the referee, said he was aware that things could get marginal from both fighters, and he's warned them repeatedly. Low blows, hitting in the clinch. Of course, the clash of heads ruled accidental.
And the clash of heads, if this fight for any reason got stopped because of that cut, they would go to the cards because we're past 4 rounds.
Boy, Steve, this is a 12-rounder, and I think both guys are taking a bit of a breather. They've expended lots of energy here. Guerrero looks a little arm-weary at this point. I would assume he'd get a second win, but right now his work rate has slowed considerably. Gave him something to think about at the bell with that left to the body.
That's what I need. That's his cut. Listen to me. That's what I need. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Open this up. Here. Listen to me. Listen what I need from you. Listen. When you're on the inside, you need to draw it back. Get some room. You understand what I'm saying? Draw back on that back foot and rip that body. Keep your hands up real high. He's headbutting you. Okay? He's headbutting you. Let's go to work, man. Let's do this.
You're going to see the butt here that opened the cut over Guerrero's left eye. And there it is. It was clearly created by Diaz coming forward. And when a lefty fights a righty, here it is again. You're always going to have more instances where there are butts.
Caiz, the referee, warning Diaz in Spanish once again. Keep the head out of play here as Diaz fires a rapid combination to open the 6th. And Guerrero comes out with renewed vigor. Guerrero in close. Diaz wraps him to the body a couple times. Guerrero coming in a little wide and squared up.
Bring him up, baby. Bring him up.
And just to clarify, Nick, because the referee ruled that cut was open by a butt and not a punch. 4 rounds are complete. That means we go to the cards if the fight is stopped because of the cut.
And the cards, I assume you have Guerrero clearly ahead?
I do, but you know what? I've given Diaz a couple of rounds now. Guerrero seems to be his anxiety and his eagerness to walk in. He's just walking into a lot of shots.
Yeah, he's slowed down, too. Short little left hook from Diaz in close to the ribs of Guerrero, and now it's a headlock maneuver, and Diaz will break him. Guerrero holding on a lot. Diaz not a lot of steam on his punches. Practically nothing, in fact, Steve, to discourage Guerrero, certainly not to hurt him.
But he's scoring points.
Yeah. A sloppy round. Here comes Guerrero lunging after Diaz, who ties him up, though. Elects to fight out of the clinch there with soft combination. Both men get hit there in close, but not a lot on either shot for either guy. Fight getting a little sloppy. First rematch in Showbox history. Robert Guerrero dealt his only defeat last December 2nd here on Showbox, and he's looking at the guy who handed it to him, Gamaliel Diaz, who hasn't been beaten in 5 years. He's behind in this one after being dropped twice in the first round.
It's a grueling fight. You know, you mentioned that it's getting a little sloppy, and it is on the inside, but it's grueling. They're pushing, they're holding.
Steve, these are featherweights. Oh! Left hand, huh? Left to the body. Diaz splits the mouthpiece out. He's done. He's done. And Guerrero gets his redemption and revenge and fires back.
Hey, baby! Robbie, baby! Yeah! Yes, Robbie! Yeah, baby!
Sixth round stoppage, explosively for Guerrero. Boy, Steve, we were just talking about how it was getting a little sloppy, getting vicious though inside, but not a lot of clean shots. But Guerrero suddenly kicked it into another gear and caught Gamaliel Diaz with a left hand to the body.
What a way to avenge a defeat and virtually erase it from your record.
Oh man, conviction, you gotta love that. And you know, I was secretly hoping, I said, one way or the other, this fight could get a little laborious if it went 12 rounds, because both guys were slowing down a little bit. But again, he just kicked it up a notch.
And Nick, I thought Diaz was winning that round. I thought he was clearly winning that round.
There we see Diaz never recovering from the body blow, the doctor having a look. They cut the gloves off, the tape off him. The gloves are off, and Robert Guerrero comes firing back. He's got a big contingent of fans here. About 500 came from Gilroy, his hometown, less than an hour away. So, knockout power from Robert Guerrero as his trainer hoists him.
And here we go. You're going to see the end. Left hand to the old solar plexus.
Took to knock the breath literally out, and the fight out of Gamaliel Diaz.
You know, that's an area. I mean, Bob Fitzsimmons, Jim Corbett, 2 million years ago. That's an area that you can't defend against. And if you get hit solid there, hey, and let's credit John Bray, Guerrero's trainer, who kept saying, go to the body, go to the body. And you know what? There wasn't much distance there, so maybe I was wrong. I thought Guerrero needed more distance. That was just a classic, beautiful left uppercut to the solar plexus, and it came on the inside, not with a lot of distance between them.
And against a guy, as you mentioned, Steve, we talked about repeatedly, had never been down in his 8-year professional career. He hit the canvas 3 times this time and didn't get up the last time in the 6th round. As you see, Robert Guerrero, who had lost for the only time in his career to Diaz last December on Showbox, gets his revenge tonight as we go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 33 seconds in round number 6. Our referee in charge, Raul Cais Jr., reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout, avenging his loss and regaining his title. The new NABF featherweight champion, Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
And so Robert Guerrero thunders home with a victory in front of a partisan crowd here in Oakland, California. He's from Gilroy, as we said, very close by, within an hour drive. John Bray with a brilliant game plan here. It was a far different story tonight for Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Not invisible.